Hey everyone, Caleb for Sci-Fi Action Movie Reviews here. Today I'm going to be reviewing a true horror movie classic from Universal, which is one of their original monster movies, which is called Phantom of the Opera in 1943. So, let's get right into the movie. We start the movie off in an opera house in London, where a conductor is looking at one of his violinists, seeing that he is struggling. After the show, Eric Claudine, played by Claude Rains, is being let go after 25 years because he is losing feeling in his fingers and his left hand. The conductor thinks Claudine is able to support himself, but Claudine gave all his money away to pay for voice lessons for Kirsten Dubois, played by Susanna Foster, a young singer he fell in love with. He tries to make more money by submitting a piano concerto that he wrote to publish. Not hearing back from the publishers, he goes back to Pleyel and Degero to ask about it. None of the employees seem to care about his claim. Maurice Pleyel, played by Miles Mander, tells him to leave. Claudine is upset, but then he hears someone playing his carcinto in another room. Convinced that Pleyel stole his carcinto, he starts to strangle him. After murdering Pleyel, his assistant throws acid in Claudine's face. Screaming in pain, Claudine runs out the door holding his face. Now being pursued by police, he goes in the sewers under the opera house and steals a costume and mask from the costume department. At another play, we get to meet Inspector Raoul Duber, played by Edgar Barrier, and he is standing backstage watching Christine perform. He is in love with Christine, but so is Baritone Anatole, played by Nielsen Eddy, and he wants to win Christine's heart too. A few weeks later at a different play, Claudine drugs a glass of wine which Brian Caroli, played by Jane Ferrier, drinks, making her pass out where she cannot perform. The director soon places Christine as the lead. Caroli thinks that Christine is responsible for drugging and orders Raoul to arrest her. But he doesn't arrest her because there's no evidence. So Caroli works out an agreement that she'll forget the whole thing if Christine's performance isn't in the papers. The next night, Claudine goes into Caroli's dressing room, killing her and her maid, and the opera house is soon closed. Sometime later, the opera house owners receive a note demanding that Christine be the lead. Raoul makes a plan to capture Claudine by not letting Christine sing. That night at the performance, Claudine strangles one of the backups and goes to the ceiling and drops a chandelier on the audience. As everyone is running, Claudine takes Christine down to the sewer and he tells her that he has always watched her. And as you would expect, she is scared out of her mind. Raoul, Amatoli, and the police begin to search for them down the sewer. Claudine and Christine arrive in his lair and they hear the orchestra playing Claudine's carcinto. Claudine starts to play along with his own piano. Raoul and Antoli hear the piano and follow the music. Claudine asks Christine to sing and she does. While Claudine is distracted, Christine pulls his mask off and sees his burned face. At that same moment, Antoli and Raoul come. Raoul aims a gun at Claudine, but Antoli accidentally knocks his arm, shooting the ceiling. The ceiling starts to fall, but Antoli and Raoul escape with Christine. The ceiling soon crushes Claudine, killing him. Once they are all safe, Raoul and Antoli tell Christine that she and Claudine lived in the same town district. A few weeks later, after one of Christine's performances, the two men were both asking her at the same time to go on a dinner date, and then they both want her to choose. Well, then she just says, why don't they all three of them just go on a dinner date? And that was Phantom of the Opera. I personally love the movie because it's a classic Universal monster movie, and I love those, like Son of Dracula, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein. All those movies are great, and I watched a lot of them from a guy named Svengoolie. He's a horror movie host on Super Sci-Fi Saturday Night on MeTV. I have the DVD right here. It's from a Universal Studios Classic Monster Collection that I think came out in 2000. So I don't know how many more of these there are, but I really want to collect the whole set because I love these movies. Yeah, a lot of today's horror movies are great, but I always like the traditional ones because that's just me. I love the makeup, how they did with Claudine to make it how his face looked burned. Yeah, CGI looks cool and all when you look burned, but it's still not that impressive to me like this makeup department back in the 1900s. But I'm going to have to give this movie a 4 stars because I love the movie. And you can check it out for yourself on digital download now on YouTube, Amazon Videos, Vudu, Google Play Movies and TV, and iTunes. You can even get it on Blu-ray and DVD at Vintage Stock. Well, bye guys.